infinite blessings and love. Namaste, namaskaram. This is Om Oracle Tarot, and this is the Cancer's reading for September 2022 for what is on Cancer's spiritual path for September. Now, I have to say that these are general readings and may not resonate with everyone. If they don't, that's all right. There's plenty of other great YouTube tarot readers that you can check out. And I also want to remind everybody to check your other placements, as that can help give you a broader picture of what may be going on. I also want to remind everybody that you can get in contact with me here in the comments of the video. You can also get in contact with me at the Om Oracle Tarot Instagram page, of which there's only one. And the link for that is below in the description of this video. And if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated. I also want to send a big thank you and a sense of gratitude to all those that have liked, shared, and subscribed and donated. It really does mean a lot. And again, thank you very much. All right, without any further ado, please give us a message for what is on Cancer's spiritual path for September 2022. 3 cards, please. Not only take uprights, not only take jumpers from the deck. Also want to remind everybody that I do not speak very much in my day-to-day life, so while there's moments of silence, do pay attention to any intuitive hits that you get, anything you see in your mind's eye, or things that you hear within yourself, something you smell that reminds you of something, a song lyrics, a strong emotion that bubbles up, as this is all your intuition playing a role in this reading. As we are not together in person, I am connecting to your energy. And so your energy is very much a part of this reading, and your energy is here, and vice versa. So do pay attention to those. One more card, please. All right, my Cancers. Fellow Cancers, I am also a Cancer sun. So we have the 3 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Sun card at the bottom. So with the 3 of Pentacles, you have been doing a lot of learning, and it appears your learning will continue. And what you've learned thus far, you are implementing and putting to good use. Does appear coming into this teamwork dynamic with others, where your unique talents will really shine. Whatever you're working on, though, is going to have an element of spiritual sustenance. As you see, we have 2 Eucharists here on this cathedral art. And, excuse me, this Ace of Wands is really speaking of this growth that you have been doing. You've been doing a lot of growth lately, and this is creating this environment for you to take this inspired action here. And then with the Ace of Pentacles, this inspired action is leading towards the manifestation of this abundance. And I also have to say that it is the hand of the divine that is giving you this growth and also giving you this abundance. This is something that you've asked for, but it is coming from the hands of the divine. And I also have to add that this is the left and the right hand. Offering of both hands here. And this abundance is going to take you on this journey here, on this path, and through this porthole, out of the garden and onto your journey here. And all this energy is riding on this certain amount of enlightenment that you have come across, but you're really in this joyful energy. You, even if you have not accomplished what you've set out to accomplish, you feel very successful at this time. And this is actually what brings about abundance. This is what makes manifestation possible, is embodying this feeling of success before it has happened. But you are feeling very positive at this time. You're basking in the sun, the warmth of the sun. And like this child, you have your heart wide open here. You are stepping into this energy with a childlike heart, this childlike energy, with this lightness, this freedom that only a child has. All right, so let's get a little bit more here. This is the Yogic Path deck. 3 cards, please, for what is on fellow Cancerians' spiritual path for September 2022. 3 cards, please. Thank you. All right. One more, please. All right. I think 9 or 10, at least 9 out of the 12 signs has gotten this card in this round. All right, so we start out with Vishuddha. This is the throat chakra. This is the 5th chakra here. So you're definitely going to be speaking. What you're going to say is really going to be important. As you see, these 2 individuals are listening very closely to what this person has to say. But also you're going to be speaking with this truth and authenticity that a child speaks. A child is telling the truth in such a simplistic and straightforward kind of way. And this is kind of what you're doing here. And you're being handed these energies of fire and earth here from the divine. And this is the type of energy that you are speaking out into reality. So using your words, your voice is going to be really important during September. And then we have niyamas. So this is this inner code of conduct. And this is what has you here, and this is why you are also feeling successful before success hits, because you're following this inner code of conduct. You are successful within yourself because you're following this inner code. And this is why the divine is saying, I see what you're doing here. Now, the divine is giving you these gifts. And this is the Mahadevi, the feminine creator of the cosmos. And please excuse me, I cannot pronounce this name, and I've tried a few times, and I know that I've done a horrible job at it, so I'm not going to attempt it until I learn it from someone who speaks the language. So this is this feminine energy that has created the cosmos, and this is this moon goddess kind of energy. But you're moving forward this this creative spark here. And also there's an element of realizing that everything in our physical reality is the goddess. To us, it seems like a lot of different moving parts, but this is actually one thing, and it is the goddess. This undifferentiated reality. You could think of reality as shapes that all fit together like a puzzle. Even the space in between my hand and this card and around my hand is like a puzzle piece. This all fits together. This is all the goddess. So let's get 3 cards, please. From the Wisdom of the Buddha deck, as I call it, 3 cards for our Cancers, for what is on their spiritual path in September 2022. All right. Practicing Chode. So this is this deep meditation. All right. Thank you. Dorje Trollo. One more, please. Padma Dakini. Thank you. All right. Chode. The practicing Chode. The message here: extend your awareness to the energetic edges or boundaries of the universe. And this practicing Chode is generally done in the burning grounds, the cremation grounds, amongst the bodies. So this is also speaking of spirit work also, that you may be getting some aid in the spirit also. But back to the point, extend your awareness to the energetic edges or boundaries of the universe. So this is talking about a deep meditation, almost an astral projection, you could say, of extending your awareness throughout the goddess. Everywhere where the goddess is, you're extending throughout and to the edges of that. So this type of meditation is going to be important for you. Really, any meditation is going to be helpful. And we have Dorje Trollo, the crazy wisdom, wrathful Buddha. This is also an incarnation of Padmasambhava, or Guru Rinpoche, but this is the incarnation that has yet to come. And it says in the legend that when Dorje Trollo comes, it will change the world. And when he comes, he's riding in on the back of a tiger. This kind of energy. And so, generally, the Buddha is thought of having this compassionate heart, but this is the wrathful Buddha. So this is having compassion, but also being able to show your teeth in this wrathful sense. And this may be where this voice is going to come into play, is in this somewhat direct or wrathful energy. So, and up here, and with the, so we have the left and the right hand here. We have the right-handed path and the left-handed path, bringing these together. So in this way, you have the compassion of the Buddha, but also the wrathfulness of the Buddha. And this meditation practice that takes place in the cremation grounds, this tantric practice, this would be considered a left-hand path. Then we have Padma Dakini, the Buddha family of the West. Replace greed by cultivating discrimination. So this isn't speaking of discrimination how we think of it in our modern day term of this type of oppressive discrimination. This is talking about the discrimination between the essence of yourself, the truth of who and what you truly are, and the functioning of the brain, the mind. This type of discrimination is what this is talking about here. So replace greed by cultivating this. And in doing so, you see that everyone is one. How can you be greedy when the person walking down the street is you, is an extension of yourself? All right, let's get 3 cards. I have to say these readings are not religious specific. These are talking about energies. If there is religious or dogmatic imagery shown here, this is speaking about the energies surrounding these images or these depictions. So let's get 3 cards, please, for what is on our Cancer's spiritual path for September 2022. And this is the Gita deck. All right, those are really popping. All right, one more, please. Too many. One more, please. Okay. Usually when cards pop out and they're balanced on my hand like this is a signal to take these cards. Thank you. So we will take them as they... All right, so we have maintaining balance here. So when we're speaking of utilizing the left and the right hand, the left and the right-handed path, you want to maintain balance. Balance is really important. You want to utilize the left-hand path. You don't want to be used by the left-hand path. So balance is quite important. Now this is a depiction of Shiva, and this is where Durga has entered Shiva, is inhabiting half of Shiva. So half of this figure is Shiva, and half of it is Durga, the goddess. So this is speaking about this androgynous balance also of whether you are a man or a woman, you have a masculine and feminine aspect to yourself. Everyone does. And so this is talking about balancing these energies. And finding balance in your practice. Don't go too far one way or the other. Walk this this middle road here, the middle path. Then we have the sacred Om. Now, Om is the sound of the universe. This is the sound that all of reality makes. You could even say this is the sound of the goddess, Om. This is the sound that all of reality vibrates with. And the message on the back of here, and this is the divine speaking. It says, I am the fresh taste of water, the light of the sun and moon. I am the sacred syllable Om in the Vedic mantras, the sound in ether, and the ability in humans. So this is kind of saying what I just said, that it is all of reality. And perhaps this is one way to utilize this Vishuddha throat chakra is Om by itself is a very powerful mantra. And I would say even further, the Bija mantra of that, Aum, A-U-M, Aum. Both are very powerful. And the source of all. So we're getting some more of this. It says, and this is the divine again speaking, I am the source of all spiritual and material universes, for everything emanates from me. Knowing this, the wise engage in my devotional service and worship me with all of their hearts. So this is, again, speaking about the source that all of the universe arises from. And in fact, what all of the universe is. And this is asking you amongst using this throat chakra in your voice to worship, say mantras. It's also asking you to do this devotional work, whatever your path may be, whether it is Buddhism, Hinduism, occultism, witchcraft, Christianity, whatever your path may be, it's saying really engage in this devotional service. And however you call it, God, the divine, the goddess, the spirit, the universe, nature spirits, whatever your practice is. And here we have wombs of misery, and I will read this too. The pleasures that derive from contact with sense objects are the womb of misery. They have both beginning and an end, and thus the wise take no delight in them. So, the wombs of misery is the contact with the sense objects, or the attachment to sense objects, because they end. Even this body will someday end. So to be attached to this body is, or this world, is essentially suffering, because it will fade, it will go. And the Spirit is asking you to not physically die, but die to this attachment now while you're still alive, and step into this bliss. That is bliss. That is expansion. But the Spirit is reminding you, don't be attached to the temporary. What you are is eternal. And this experience that we're having is temporary. So let's get 3 cards from the Gods and Goddesses deck. What type of divine energies are surrounding our Cancers on their spiritual path for September 2022? All right, one more, please. One more. Okay. Thank you. So we have Badra Kali, the goddess of darkness. So this is this dark goddess energy here. And her blessings are worldly power. So this is kind of what the divine is handing you here. Are these power pieces here? Earthly enjoyment. It appears you are receiving that. Fearlessness in battle. So non-attachment is definitely going to give you the fearlessness. And access to feminine powers and virtues. So you are gaining access to the feminine powers, power of creation, power of strength, endurance. So those are the blessings there. Agni, the god of fire. And the blessings here are improved digestion. So that resonates with somebody. Have been having an issue with digestion, and that is clearing up for you. The true knowledge and worldly riches. So again, these two things, true knowledge. What is true knowledge? True knowledge is the truth of who and what you are at the root of your perception. And worldly riches. The acquisition of inner powers through yoga. So through these devotional acts, acquisition of power through whatever craft you may be engaged in, whatever spiritual craft you may be engaged in. And freedom from debasing desires and habits. So this womb of misery, freedom from this misery of attachment. And then we have the Buddha, the Lord of compassion. And so the blessings here are non-violence. So this is a blessing that you have within yourself. You are being very non-violent in the way that you speak to yourself. And even though we have this wrathful Buddha, you can say what you need to say and be very direct and cutting with your word without engaging in violence. An attainment of nirvana, this realization of the self here, or of your true nature. Detachment from worldly temptations. Readiness and ability to pass knowledge on to others. So this is kind of what this looks like you are doing in this card. You're passing your knowledge on to these two who are listening quite intently on what you have to say. And again, your voice becoming very important in that. Matsya, the fish avatar of Vishnu. So the blessings here are protection against natural disasters. So on your journey, you are protected. Security for seafaring travelers. So in the tarot, water is seen as the emotional element in the tarot. So security in seafaring, for seafaring travelers. So security for those weathering the seas of emotion. And also security on your travel. Preserving ancient traditions and knowledge. So this is again speaking to your spirit craft. Preserving these ancient traditions and knowledge. Preserving them, practicing them, and then sharing them with others. Let's get 3 cards, please. This is the Morgan's Tarot deck. 3 cards for our Cancers for what is on their spiritual path for September 2022. This card rarely comes out, but it has come out 3 times for 3 different signs. 1 more card, please. Thank you. So, transmutation through the union of opposites. So, this balance, this union of opposite forces or power, bringing them together. This left and the right hand path, bringing them together. This compassion and wrathfulness, bringing these forces together. When we bring opposites together, this creates an immense amount of power. You could see it with the left and the right hand. You can snap with one hand. You can snap with the other hand. But when we bring two hands together, we can clap. This creates a sonic wave. This is the kind of power up level that takes place when you unite these opposing forces. And this says, hee hee ha ha, ho ho ha 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 ha. Someone is laughing at you. So, and I've used this the other times this card came out. There is a lyric in a Tupac Machiavelli song in which he says, and I will paraphrase, of course, he says, people are going to hate you no matter what you do. Someone will find a reason to hate on you. And when someone is laughing at you, essentially they are hating on you. But a lot of times this laughter is not true laughter. It might be. Some people might think I'm ridiculous. I'm sure they do. And that's all right. That's their prerogative and that's their problem. Let that be their problem. If someone wants to laugh at you, that's fine. Let them have a laugh. But also, like I was saying, this isn't necessarily a true laugh. This laugh is coming from this place within them that feels incomplete. A lot of times when someone is making a joke at your expense or laughing at you, there's jealousy tied into that. There's animosity tied into that. So let them have their laugh. And like I've told the other signs, if someone has a problem with you, they can kick rocks. Who cares what somebody else thinks of you? The only person's opinion about you that should matter is yours. Your opinion of yourself is the only one that actually matters. So turn a blind eye to these goofs. What goofs? All right. And then we have, does consciousness ring a bell? Consciousness. So there is a sense that you are waiting for a starting bell or this bell to say you're ready. And this is the mind trying to buy itself some time to enjoy these attachments. Now, just because we give up attachments to things doesn't mean that we can't enjoy them. We can enjoy the hell out of them. But we give up the attachment to them, the clinging to them. They could come or go. When they come, you enjoy them. When they go, you don't. You enjoy whatever is in front of you at that moment. So don't wait for consciousness or the mind here to tell you that you're ready. It appears that you are ready now. So let's get 3 cards, 3 messages for what are the hindrances on Cancer's spiritual path for September 2022. Thank you. Tower. All right. Two more, please. Thank you. Disappointment. One more. All right, we got 2. Thank you. All right, so we have this tower here. In this deck, this can also speak of attempting to escape. So if we're not facing these things with this fierce wrathfulness, that would be a hindrance to try to escape down one of these paths. We have to have this balance, and that may cause some fear within some people because this might appear like chaos. But this is the universe is a chaotic system that is ordered by chaos. Chaos is the order of the universe. But there is some level of sudden change that, if not handled with balance, could be a hindrance on our spiritual path. And then we have the 5 of Cups. They're calling this the disappointment card. So this regret or pessimism kind of energy here. So this also speaks of looking behind you, looking to the past, and feeling some level of regret or pessimism. This would be a hindrance because you are embarking on this new path, heading forward. So that would be a hindrance. Then we have the Ace of Swords. So denying your truth would be a hindrance, definitely. But like this tower, there is going to be this breakthrough. And this spirit is asking you to handle this, again, with balance. Also, getting attached to this success that you're coming into would also be a hindrance. You want to maintain balance and stay, have healthy detachment from this feeling of I'm so successful. Yes, be proud of yourself. You do deserve it, but don't be too attached to it. Find some space within the truth of what you are and this activity of the mind that says, I've done it. Look at me, I'm so successful. That's what it's speaking about. And then we have the Knight of Discs. So this is the Knight of Pentacles. So there is an element of being too routine about your activities that is going to be a hindrance. You're going to have to step out of the box here. The box says, well, you either use the right-hand path or you use the left-hand path. To think out of the box is to use them both. And that's what the Spirit is asking of you at this time. So let's get one card from the Dreamscapes Oracle deck. What is on Cancer's spiritual path for September 2022? One card, please. Thank you. So the Word, again with the throat chakra, your voice. So what you have to say in September is going to be very important. You might want to start keeping a journal. Whatever your craft, your spiritual craft is, keep a journal of that. Keep documentation of what transpires. Keep another journal. Write down your thoughts, anything that comes to your mind. Keep a dream journal. Write poetry. Write music. Write verbal expressions down. And definitely use your word. Use the power of word. All right, let's get some cards from the Oracle of Rama deck. First, we pick a Divine Guide card. And I shuffle these until one refuses to shuffle in or one stands riding high. And then we choose that card. Okay. I have Lakshmana. The power of accomplishment. So you are already feeling accomplished because of the inner work that you're doing. But I do feel, and this is indicating, that you are stepping into outer accomplishments also. So let's get a couple cards and messages from the Oracle of Rama Oracle cards. Each Divine Guide card has a number on it, and then there are 7 messages on each card that correlate to a Divine Guide card. And so we have the number 6 here. So number 6 is the number of perseverance. So you have been doing a lot of persevering. And to step into this with this lightheartedness will also require perseverance. But this will be different because you're doing it with this open-hearted lightness, like a child. So let's get 2 cards, please, for our Cancers for what is on their spiritual path for September 2022. All right. It is a little too many, but we will take them. We'll take them. We'll take them how they hit. All right. This is number 6. So this is hope. A calamity is approaching arrogant people. So these jokesters over here, the peanut gallery, that are laughing at you in quite an arrogant way, I would say. A calamity is approaching these arrogant people. So this also kind of takes me to this tower. This might not be your tower that is approaching. This might be the tower of others. And there is a part of you that is going to want to rejoice in their tower moment. And the Spirit is asking you not to rejoice in their tower moment. Just completely turn away from them. Don't enjoy it. Don't lament it. Just turn and walk on your path. We have alignment. Using force now will be disastrous. So in your endeavors, you don't want to be, like it says, too forceful. You want to stay light like this child is. And that just reminded me, I never read the Dorje Trollo message, and it is saying, let go of being logical. A higher wisdom will guide you. So logic would say, use force at this time. But it's saying that it would be disastrous. So it's saying, let go of this logical idea. A higher wisdom will guide you. So the divine is guiding you in a different way. This is if you have a level of power or attainment, this is either not the moment or not the way that you are meant to use this power here. It says slow progress. And this says, our fate takes a favorable turn. So your fate is taking this favorable turn down this path. And it does appear you are coming into this sun energy here. And this is very, very favorable. This is limitations of destiny. It says, one's karma brings mixed results. Meeting and parting. So there are karmic connections that either you currently have or you have recently had that cannot come with you on this path. A few people have gotten this on this round, where you cannot take these past people with you if this is not their destined path to walk on. If they're destined to be in your sphere of reality, then on the other side of this path, they will be there. And if they're not, then they're not. And a lot of times this is the way that the cookie crumbles, for lack of a better phrase. And that not everybody is meant to walk your path. Our path is been divine uniquely for us by the hand of the divine. and they have their own path that they must walk. Let's kind of condense these. So let's get 3 cards from the Tiny Tiny. Green, yellow, orange. So, gratitude. Having this attitude of gratitude. This is how you manifest. Before your abundance comes in, have this attitude of gratitude for your abundance before it comes in. And again, this sense of gratitude is how you manifest. Growth. So again, with this growth, this path is taking you on this journey of incredible growth, both inner and outer. This growth of accomplishment, this growth of the spirit, this growth of combining opposite forces. And willingness. So you have to be a willing participant in the receiving of these gifts here that the divine is trying to offer you. You have to be a willing participant on this path moving forward. This is not something that's forced on you, but this is something that the divine is saying that these are gifts from the divine. When a cloud appears and a hand emerges from the cloud handing you a divine gift, you take that gift. You take it and you roll with it. But you have to be willing to do that. So let's get 3 cards, please. 3 cards for a final parting message for what is on Cancer's spiritual path in September 2002. What would you like to leave Cancers with? Three cards, please. All right. King of Swords. Too many. Two more cards, please. For what you would like to leave Cancers with for a parting message. 2 more cards, please. All right. All right. All right. All right. So we have the King of Swords, the Empress, the Justice card, and at the bottom we have the Tower. So the King of Swords, in this time you are feeling an incredible level of mental clarity, and your intellectual prowess or powers are very heightened at this time. And you're coming in wielding this sword of truth. So you are, in a sense, speaking your truth here, moving forward with truth, stepping into these new abundant opportunities, and feeling very stable in this. And you're also nurturing this growth here. And giving birth to this childlike energy here. And again, with this justice, fairness, also wielding this sword of truth here. This also speaks of balance again. And stepping into your responsibility to yourself on this path here. And coming into harmony with this universal law here of this balance that may appear chaotic. And at the bottom, we have the Tower card. So there is this cause and effect that is creating this Tower moment here. And in part, some of this Tower might be for you, and some of it is going to be for this arrogant peanut gallery that is really laughing because they're having a hard time letting you go. And this is where their Tower moment comes. This upheaval, this chaos. It appears you have awakened. You have this enlightenment, and they're having their own awakening at this time. But this is a real unexpected change. Let's see what's underneath here. So this unexpected change. With this Two of Cups, this is speaking of a partnership, mutual attraction, a relationship, divinely guided relationship, this sharing cups of emotion with one another. So that may be part of this. But it does appear, as some take a fall, you are sharing your cup with another. Now, this is definitely causing this peanut gallery some sleepless nights, fear, and anxiety. And a lot of worry here. But this might also be causing you some of the same. And the Spirit is again saying, be healthily detached. And step onto your path here. Then we have the Knight of Wands. So you are embarking, regardless of what takes place what type of energies are surrounding you or pulling on you, you are taking inspired action towards this adventure forward onto this new path. All right, I saw what's underneath. So, and you're being very direct about this, speaking your truth, using your voice, using your word. And basically cutting out anything that is not meant to be there. I saw this chariot down here, so I'll try not to see what's after that. So we have the chariot underneath all of this. So you are, again, finding this balance here, this harmony of the universe, this Om, the Omkar. Your heart is open, your crown is illuminated. And again, with the balancing of emotions, as on this card, on one shoulder there is a smiley face, or I guess on this side it's the sad face, or the face in anguish, and this one is a smiley face over here. So this balancing of emotion, you're not pushing either of these emotions away. You're actually wearing them essentially on your sleeve. But finding the balance between the two, and you are riding forward onto your journey with ambition, with this willpower and confidence. You're overcoming any obstacles that may stand in your way, and really riding into your success. So we'll go ahead and leave this reading here. Cancers, I want to send you a lot of love and encouragement for September. All in all, this looks pretty good. And if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in, listening, and watching. It really does mean a lot. And my fellow Cancers, catch you on the next go-round. Peace.